This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 853. I am Brian Kilby. We are Dawnless this week. I was prepared to say that we are Dawn and Diecastless, but Diecast is actually here in his hotel room.
I'm in Florida.
Yeah. Matt's here.
Our diecast is in a different castle.
Matt's here. Hey, Matt. Matt is not going to TFcon, unfortunately. I'm going to miss you.
Oh, yeah. Rub it in, why don't you?
No, I'm sincerely going to miss you. Rob and Chris.
One of these days, I want to get back to a con with you guys. It has been way too long.
It has.
Yeah, it'd be nice to hang out.
Yeah.
So,
Mostly, I just want us to all go roll on the Portillos again.
Yeah, we need to
I
go
didn't
Chicago.
get to go to Portillo's.
Yeah, we need to fix that.
Yeah, I got to fix that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to do Chicago. But yeah, so I will be heading out for TFcon in the morning, so I'm going to do my best to have everything posted tonight, so I've got to stay up late. So, yay. But, yes, episode 853. We'll be covering TFcon next week. We'll talk about it, what we saw, what we did, people we talked to. If you're there and you actually hear this before the show, come up and say hi to us. We would enjoy that. Don't want to forget, of course, we have a giveaway. Matt has generously donated a G2 Legacy. What? It's not Toxitron. Is it
Toxitron Collection Dead End.
Toxitron. I was thinking Toxitron was last year, but that was Velocitron. Dead End. So to enter, all you have to do is email contact@tfradio.net and just shoot a note. Let us know where you're emailing from. I will pick a winner. I will pick a winner at random next week on episode RC 854. Let's see here. Hold up. Edit point. So, yeah, there's that. There's Toys for Tots. We're doing that. God, I'm just completely.
Have you
sorry.
had your caffeine today, Brian?
Sorry. No. No. I will fix this in post.
It's time for Elf on the Shelf warmer because we're getting close to the holiday giving season, and a lot of kids out there are in living situations where they will not get this year because their families cannot provide luxuries like that, or they might be in even worse situations. And conveniently, this is also the time of year when retailers tend to close out lots of perfectly good toys that nobody else wanted to buy during the peak season, and you can get lots of good deals for those donations. Ross stores right now in the U.S. are a great place to do that. Always has a good selection of stuff going through right now. Walmarts and Targets are clearancing through stuff at random as they do. Just, get out there, things that you already have or didn't want in the first place. There's kids out there that would be just thrilled to bits to have that stuff. And for a few dollars, you can literally change a kid's Christmas or Hanukkah or what have you, non-denominational, end of year giving season of choice. Pick something up from one of these places on the cheap. Find a Toys for Tots drop-off box in your area, or if you're like me and live in an area where there's not really Toys for Tots coverage, go to your city hall or chamber of commerce, talk to them. There's probably programs and locations in your area that are not Toys for Tots program, but would still be happy to take donations for in-need children in your area. So there's definitely ways that you can get out there and help, even if Toys for Tots does not have anything set up immediately near you.
Wow.
I'm getting good at that,
huh? Yeah. We also have a wish list that you can go to on Amazon, and we don't take any referral fees or anything from it. What is it? tfradio.net/elf?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
so
right.
I haven't updated it for this year, but there's still quite a few toys on there that are a great bargain that you can get. If you don't have something, it'll come to me, and I'll go donate it, and I'll share a picture of it online, and thank you.
But of
when
course,
it
we do
comes-
prefer that you help your own immediate area, if at all possible.
I would absolutely prefer that you help somebody in your local community, but if you don't have that option,
Yeah.
tfradio.net/elf. There's, man, that G.I. Joe roleplay stuff is still up. We had several people donate that last year. That's, there's some Gundam stuff that's inexpensive. Masterverse Revelation Skeletor 7-inch, $13 right now. Quite a bit of stuff. One thing to pick up potentially at Ollie's would be their G.I. Joe classified figures. I know a lot of collectors skipped out. I mean, there's a lot of them on the shelf, but I see quite a few Lady J's. If you go to Walmart, you see Lady J. You know, for whatever reason, I guess because the toy was released 4 years ago. It's the same toy basically, right? It's not. I mean, it's like I think maybe they recolored it or something.
I think.
Yeah. People just aren't buying it. Some kid out there would love to have that. There's a boy or girl out there that would just love to have that toy. So they're super cheap at Ollie's right now. So if you have an Ollie's, it is absolutely worth your time to go pick it up and put something in the drop box. Man, there's a lot of stuff up here. One thing my kid loves is Super Wings. I don't know if that's even still a thing, but the toys are up. They're cute little transforming robots. They transform into planes and helicopters and stuff. There's quite a few Transformers, Play School Heroes stuff. Yeah, tfradio.net/elf. I will work on updating this with some newer things, but yeah, still quite a few good deals on there. So let's jump to the news. Hasbro confirms a 10/27 stream, amazingly, on October 27th.
Wild.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Transformers, what we're expecting out of this for reveals is the 2024 Studio Series lineup, which was not present for the PulseCon stream. So that's usually how they break that down. They'll do one stream that's generation stuff, either primarily or entirely, and then the next thing will be more Studio Series focused. So this will be that for us.
Yeah. Was it November when we did SRS last year? The HasLab?
Maybe, yeah, something like that.
And that was on one of their ad hoc streams as well, but not the 10/27 stream. Okay. I also saw, vaguely related to this, not really, but the Toy Fair move to New Orleans from New York was canceled.
Oh,
interesting.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't read much into the details, but it looks like the plans for that were scrapped. So
it sounds kind of like it was another one of those basically moves to get a better deal out of the venue they were already dealing with. I'm pretty sure SDCC did something similar a while back.
Yeah.
Could well be.
Yeah. So we'll see. Let's see here. What else is going on? Transformers Rise or Reactivate?
Maybe Vaporware, we're not sure.
Yeah. 2-pack listings appear with pictures of Starscream and Bumblebee. And they look different than the renders, or the original renders that we saw.
Well, I mean, because I was looking at that, they're not too far off.
Bumblebee's pretty far off.
Between the realities of doing CG for a video game and making working toys of that, I can see where these are pretty close still.
And to say nothing of the development cycle for this game, which I believe has gone through a couple of different companies and 3 different names now, I think. So yeah, it's I'm not surprised the designs have changed. Protracted video game development just can produce any number of weirdnesses.
Yeah. Is the game actually coming out?
Presumably,
yes.
Is it really?
No.
Apparently.
Unknown.
But remember Transformers Universe, the MMO?
So about that, so I'm going through my stuff. I pulled out so many totes that from my collection of things I just don't want to keep, that I need to get rid of. One thing that I found in there was the Transformers Universe purple rubber bracelet that they gave out at BotCon 2012.
Wow.
Yeah. So
You should keep that. That's a collector's item.
I may do a giveaway or something. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff. I had stuff I was just going to throw out. I'm like, somebody somewhere would want this. So that may be a giveaway. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, Universe came out. Sorta.
Didn't it just go into
The beta.
a closed beta,
Beta.
I think, and then they shuttered it.
But the game was produced, and people got to play it.
Some people.
I'm pretty sure that it was an open beta, or because I got to play it.
I would have played it if it was open.
Yeah, I mean, I got to play it. It was not fun.
The main thing I remember about Transformers Universe, two things. One is at BotCon 2012, they had their booth set up where you could allegedly, pre-register basically your character name in the game, which, for all the good that did, since it went through like 2 or 3 different system formats, whatever, after that point. And then Peter Van's epic rant about the whole like disaster of that development cycle on an RFC a couple of years later when the cancellation thing came through.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a closed beta, so I was a part of the beta. So, yeah, okay. It was first announced in 2011, and it was announced December 16th, 2014, that it would be closed out immediately.
I was so hyped for that game, too, because I did this same experience you guys got, but I did it at New York Comic Con. And I was so excited to be able to play that game, and it just never happened.
So back on the subject we're actually talking about, I don't know anything about this video game that they're developing allegedly based on these toys, but like I'm kind of into what these look like. The Bumblebee is like a interesting different take, and Starscream looks perfectly functional as a Starscream.
Yeah, I kind of like the Bumblebee, especially the like off-road buggy mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I would be okay with them reusing that design somewhere else in the future.
I like the like different kind of take on Bumblebee's robot mode that they got out of that too. Like there's a sense of like IDW Phase 2 Bumblebee from early on in that, but without the like trappings of the War for Cybertron style that they were kind of taking from at the time. It's not exactly on spot on with that, but like it's similar and could represent something like that in one's collection were someone so inclined. But like I just like that these are a little bit outside the box from the typical like G1 character archetype models.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Optimus Prime and Soundwave set looks like when we get to see like what that finally actually is, as opposed to the early leaks.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I feel like I probably am going to get that Bumblebee and Starscream set because I'm into what both those toys look like they're doing.
Yeah, it looks to me like a cyber, like design wise, something kind of like not necessarily Earthspark or Cyberverse, but not. How do I say this without sounding terrible? Not their best effort. If that makes sense, like with like a Generations design, especially when we were doing new and different things, you might put your best effort into making something look really, really good. But for a Cyberverse or whatever, this is good enough. It's good enough to ship.
The other thing the thing to keep in mind too, like originally the projected release for these was apparently in like mid to late 2021. So the development of these toys would have started like 5 years ago. So like obviously they're not going to look up to what we're used to today. Like we really have to consider them as aspects, elements, throwbacks to their time.
Yeah. We'll see. And the game is going to be pre-order on 11/14. So
the game or the toys? That's
We're excited to announce that we'll lead the
toys.
charge with 2 game-inspired 2-packs. Okay, revealing and pre-ordering on November 14th. Okay.
Yeah.
The game is never coming out.
Well, certainly not anytime soon if it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have in-hand photos of Frankentron. I hate that name.
Yeah. It should at least be Frankentron's monster, which implies that there's a separate character called Frankentron who is just, a scientist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's a perfectly fine use of this mold, which fits the idea well. Much like Draculus, I don't need it. And especially for what Draculus was costing in some cases. Like, if Frankentron's along the same line, like, I definitely don't need it.
Mark Mayer has photos of Windblade on his Instagram.
Mm-hmm. I still don't like it.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, now this is something I want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We have photos of Silverbolt from Legacy with Kingdom Black Arachnia.
Mm-hmm. Good scale.
It's the perfect scale.
Yeah. This also kind of highlights what I was talking about last week, I think, where Silverbolt's hips, the width of them is just awkward in both modes because, like, boy, he's got wide hips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, distractingly so.
This is going to look great on my shelf.
Yeah.
Even though his wings are too small.
And I still feel like the wings probably aren't going to be able to flip up over the shoulders, like, and do the which
missiles.
just, like, yeah, again, seems to just, like, miss a whole lot of the point of how that design is supposed to work. Very good shelf hanger, though.
Josh in our Discord raised the question, so these are Warden era toys, referring to the Rise figures.
Or maybe, like, Lenny Panzica era, when he was briefly apparently running things.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Wasn't even thinking. Yeah. Okay.
Calvin says that it looks more like Earthspark Starscream than the Earthspark Starscream we're getting. I can kind of see it.
I see that, yeah. Okay. Rise of the Beast. Battle Cubes. What? No. What?
Okay.
So
it's like if you cross Battle Beasts with under 3.
So yeah, oh my god. So it's like rock, paper, scissors. So like Battle Beast, Earth, Fire. It's Earth, Fire,
Wood.
So there's no water.
Or it's Earth, Water, Wood.
Earth, Water, Wood.
That make more sense because
actually
hard for. Okay, fine. We'll do some research here.
Battle Beasts.
That Optimus Prime looks like he's seen some stuff.
So is the Bumblebee.
Fire beat wood, wood beat water, water beat fire. That was the line from the commercial.
Okay.
Fire, wood, water.
Okay, so there was no Earth. That's what you're getting wrong.
So it's the 3 things. It's 3 versus 3. And it's cube. And what, you throw it and it like pops out? How does that work?
It does something.
It's got an app. There's an app for that.
Oh dear God.
Of course there is.
It's like what they were doing with Rid 2015. Like the little
the little circle codes on there.
Yeah. Nobody
Transformers
wants to do
Adventure
that.
had that too.
Yeah, nobody wants to do this. This will wind up at Five Below.
Ollie's.
Mm-hmm.
Both.
Yeah, like this is like something that Ross will not take. Ross will pass on this.
TJ Maxx will take it. There's nothing TJ Maxx won't take.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
No, I looked at this and like immediately what I thought is, it's Battle Beast under 3.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how the capture part they mentioned on the card works. Like, does the middle of the cube come out, or what? How?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm confused by the existence of this just to start, and everything else is not helping.
Right.
I just want to know who pitched this. Like, you know what we need to capitalize on? Rock, paper, scissors.
I get rock, paper, scissors. That's a game that kids intuitively get. And they try to apply it all the time. Poorly. Is this a licensed product or is this a Hasbro product?
That's a very good question. I didn't look that close.
Like, if you told me this is a licensed product, I would believe it.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
I hope so. I don't want to think Hasbro's dumb enough to do this.
Well, remember, there's a lot of different divisions at Hasbro, and, they all have different motives and goals.
Yeah.
Battle Cubes appears to be its own thing.
So this might be licensed then.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know why this makes more sense as like a licensed addition to an existing thing, but it does.
Well, it does, because all this means is that Hasbro said, yes, we will take your check.
Yeah, that's
instead of Hasbro independently coming up with this idea themselves and putting Transformers on it.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense, honestly.
Yeah.
And
yes, we will take your check answers a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So, and Chris wrote this, and I'll read it verbatim. Don will be so sad he wasn't here this week. So basically the Ocular Max remix series, like the cassettes, that's what's in that series, right? Yeah. Remix, that makes sense. There is Don hates Sly and Voltron, so he's not going to hate this. So it's the red lion from Voltron that turns into a cassette.
No, it's the black lion.
Black lion.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know crap about Voltron.
This is Steeljaw. It's Steeljaw.
Painted as the black Voltron lions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I'll be sad Don wasn't here this week. Because think of the fun we could have had with him.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is the proper Voltron group, at least.
Yeah.
The real Voltron.
I think all Voltrons are, valuable and valued and worthy.
Well, that's just the attitude you've adopted since having kids.
Yeah, I mean they prefer Lion Force, Voltron. My nephew certainly does.
They're right.
What other TFcon exclusives do they have? I saw a couple things pop up. I'm trying to remember what it was.
I honestly have not paid attention.
There's a G2 Fans Hobby Jet that looks pretty good.
What is it?
I don't know. It's G2 looking.
Okay.
Great.
That's helpful. Aren't you?
Well, you'll find out soon.
Aren't you the third party guy?
Yeah, it's Fans Hobby and it's G2.
What is it? Like I'm trying to find it in the news.
One of those European
like a Predator?
That's not G2.
Euro G2.
Okay, so they sold those in G2 packaging eventually, but technically it's Euro G1.
Oh, Euro G1.
The colors,
or G1.5.
The color selection, I can understand anyone confusing that with genuine G2 product, but
yeah, I'm checking TFW and I don't see anything on it. Which Predator is it?
Here, it is supposed to be. I'm pulling it up right now, but the internet's a little slow.
I think it's Skyquake.
Manicure is
it's G1 Predator
Falcon.
Jet.
Wheeljack 64 says Falcon.
So Falcon is the green one?
Yeah, it's like
Probably.
minty green.
Yeah.
Here, I'm putting the link in the chat now.
Falcon is the green one, yeah. I'm not good with my Predators.
Me either.
Yeah.
We are not we're not equipped to catch a predator.
It's kind of G2 colors, though. You know.
Yeah.
I like the jet. I really do like the colors. I like the jet. I'm definitely gonna pick it up.
And that's a retool off of one of Fans Hobby's Power Master jets, I think.
Yes. Yes.
Was there another one? Wasn't there like how many? What do they have? What do they have? Anything else?
Well, I mean,
That's all that I'm aware of so far.
Okay, so a Voltron and a Predator.
Yes.
Okay. I wish Hasbro would do the Predator jets.
Right?
I wish they would redo Dreadwind and Darkwing.
What was wrong with the one they did before? I'm trying to remember.
We could have
They were
bigger
combined
ones
with
that have,
force molds.
yeah, we could have bigger, unique mold ones that actually have like a Power Master gimmick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Power Masters they didn't do.
And also then get the minor redecos of them as Buster and Hydra, which is the versions I want.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else in the news?
No, I don't think so.
Chris, I heard you opening toys in pre-show. What did you get?
Two quick things. So, the G-Axis I got several months ago, as some tend to do, has started discoloring in its nylon parts. So he has like these gross green shorts now. The other day, Amazon had G-Axis down to like $12.99, so I ordered a replacement one, and that came.
Oh, nice.
I popped that open briefly just before the show, and it has not discolored yet in package, and hopefully it will have a long, uncolorful life ahead of it. Since the discoloration phenomenon seems to be like batch dependent in a lot of cases, so like some of the toys will just discolor no matter what you do, and other ones seem to never have a problem at all, like the Motor Masters.
Why can't they fix this?
Well, I'm sure that there is a solution to this problem. And in the past, Hasbro has made statements implying that they have understood what the problem is and figured out what would need to be done to fix it. I would suspect then that the continued prevalence of this is the factory saying, no, we're not going to do that. If you don't like that, pound sand, etc.
Yeah.
Admittedly, that exchange probably took place in Vietnamese and not English, but you never know. I don't know what Vietnamese for pound sand is. I'm sorry. The other thing I got was Studio Series 86 Frenzy, the red one, which is, as you would expect, very much Studio Series 86 Rumble, the blue one, but in red. It functions, it fits together all the same as the Rumble I have, it just in different colors, and has all the same design philosophy issues, I guess I will say, which is that it's supposed to be a little tape that fits into one of your Siege or Kingdom cassette deck guys. You can't really do anything with the accessories except just have them sitting off to the side. Now, thankfully they did design the little back guns to peg into the pile drivers, so you've at least got the little pieces on the great big, somewhat harder to lose pieces, but those things are still just floating around aimlessly, and when you don't have those popped on the arms, the pile drivers don't have anywhere to go in robot mode either, and it's just like, yeah, I get it. Pile drivers are there to fill out mass and make them bump up to a core class, but like, at the same time, I just wish there was somewhere to go with this stuff. I don't like having loose parts just hanging around, but gotta have my set. Yeah, that's it for me this week.
I thought Rumble was red.
Here we go.
Matt, what'd you get?
Well, I went to Target the other day, a couple Targets actually, looking for these magical clearances that people have found, and I didn't find anything. So I did find another Ollie's though, so not Transformers related. Won't you take a trip with me to the Age of Apocalypse? Because I bought a lot of them.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
So
that's a big boy.
Yeah. So this was the Deluxe Apocalypse marked down to $20.
Did you not already have that?
No, I was not willing to pay Well, I'm really not willing to pay full price for pretty much anything anymore. But and pretty much the entirety of the wave marked down for $10 a piece. So I got like Cyclops and Sabretooth and Shadowcat and Magneto and Rogue. So I already had a couple of these, so I'm like one Build-A-Figure part away from a Colossus, which is a great design. He's got kind of a pirate thing going on.
Do you need any Stiltman leg parts?
I can always take Stiltman leg parts.
Okay, I need to send some your way. I opened up the hand ninja. It's going to go in my G.I. Joe classified collection. So
excellent.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so like I said, most of those were $10 a piece, and I had a 15% off your entire purchase Ollie's coupon. So all of that was about $60.
Nice.
That's the one that came with the family night reminder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that one.
So Matt, Wheeljack64 is asking which part you still need to Colossus.
Actually, I lucked into it because all the figures that I didn't find at Ollie's were on sale at Big Bad Toy Store, so I've ordered them and should have them relatively soon.
Oh, all right.
So as I'm going through my stuff to get rid of it, I realized that basically all of my Marvel Legends are going to go to McKay's, just in a bag. It's like, here, take them. Yeah, pretty much.
I do love my X-Men stuff though. But Transformers related, so while there was nothing to be found at Targets anywhere, I did find Shrapnel at Walmart.
Nice. Wait. You didn't get a Troop Builder set at Target?
I already have 5.
That doesn't matter.
Well, he'll get more when they go on clearance, I assume.
Yes. Like, I said, I'm not willing to pay full price for a whole lot of stuff anymore. Shrapnel was an exception to that just because he was there and you never see the Insecticons anywhere, weirdly enough, except for Kickback, which I never bought. But I have Shrapnel now. And the other day I lucked on Amazon, I lucked into a sale on Nova Prime.
Ah, yes.
So I just, I have stuff on my Amazon list. I check periodically for sales, and he was marked down to about $38 the other day, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on him. I did not like this mold as Ultra Magnus. I didn't buy it as Optimus Prime, but I actually do seem to really like it so far as Nova Prime. I think the third time is the charm there, the third character is the charm, like the sixth use or so.
I forgot that it was Ultra Magnus, but yeah.
I really didn't like it as Ultra Magnus.
So I'm like, I didn't like Cybertron Optimus Prime. So yes, the third time is literally the charm. This is the only version of that toy, that mold, that I actually like. I do like it.
Yeah, the third character is the charm because honestly, we've gotten this like 6 or 7 times now.
Oh yeah, fair point. All the different Ultra Magnus, yeah.
Yeah, Nova Prime's a keeper though. But yeah, that's it for me.
Rob?
Yeah, I got a fair bunch of stuff. Last week was free shipping at Surugaya again, so I got to stop that. But this is probably the last like major order I'm going to do from them for a while. I got a bunch of like miscellaneous ham that I will not go into too deeply here. The best of in the ham sandwich range was they had some super mini pla from Zbungle, which is another 80s robot anime, and also Get a Robo Dragon from Get a Robo Armageddon, if anybody watched that OAV. But either way, that's context that would probably actually make sense to people. Getter Dragon is the one that was released here as Dragon in Shogun Warriors. So,
Can you rock it?
Possibly. I haven't built it yet, so I'll find out.
Get a Robo Armageddon, that was the opening song was Heats, I think?
Heats was for the second half, yeah.
Yeah,
that's the one where the director of G Gundam like directed the first couple of episodes and then noped out and it was finished by somebody else. He does that a lot. Or at least he does not finish things a lot. But yeah, that's the best, like, most prominent thing in the ham sandwich section. And I actually got a fair number of Transformers. I'll start with the most recent and work my way back. I finally got Legacy Evolution Twincast because that was actually cheaper than US retail.
It's a good toy. I literally finally opened mine.
I love Blaster in a blue paint scheme for some reason. I don't know why. I just find it really nice.
Just I really like the contrast of the blue paint scheme and the bright red speakers and fists. That just pops really nicely. And it's, because I had the regular Blaster, I wanted to get Twincast for a while and just had been putting it off. And, it's another one of those where I just wish the transformation was just a tiny bit simpler. Like one of those things of like, it used to be so simple to make dudes into rectangles, and I wish it was again. But that's just me. But yeah, I like that. The next thing I got was Legends Blurr, because it's kind of, obsolete because of Studio Series Blurr, but it's also very, very pretty, and it was only $20.
That's a good price for it.
Yeah,
I still personally vastly prefer Legends Blurr to Studio Series 86 Blurr.
It's definitely more pleasant to transform, which, as you probably figured out, is a thing for me majorly anymore. But yeah, and just the colors are so nice. That's one I had missed out on when it first came out because I couldn't really afford to get it, and just seeing it at a price I could stand, I went for it. And then I went the opposite of cheap on a couple other things that I've been looking for a long time. I finally got Car Robots Black Convoy.
Oh, nice, good.
It is. It was used, but it was Japanese secondhand store used. So until I brushed a piece of dust off the trailer, there was not even a single fingerprint on the chrome. It might be missing one of the discs. I think it has 5 instead of 6.
Who cares?
It seems like there should be space in the blister for one more, but I'm not that upset about that. But yeah, it's a gorgeous toy. It really is a nice figure, and just really one of those, satisfying to handle Transformers, and I'm really happy to have that. And boxed, it was about $100, which I don't think is too bad.
That's really good.
That's great. That's totally worth that. Yeah. So I'm trying to remember. Did it come in 2 different variations? Did it come in a window box and a windowless?
I think
it's just windowless.
Yeah, I think by the time Black Convoy came out, they had transitioned fully away from the windows.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I may get a chance to go to Ross on Friday, so if I can find a super cheap Velocitron Scourge just to compare them, I may have to do that.
Is this your first time owning this mold?
Yes, it is.
So back when I got into the fandom, this was like considered like the greatest Transformer ever made.
Mm-hmm.
This was, it was like the pinnacle of Transformers design. Obviously, things have changed, but like, what do you think about the toy? Overall, like, to me, it still retains kind of like the, not mystique, but like the cachet of like being an all-time great toy. But you've never touched it before.
I would agree. I feel like it has that it hits this really nice middle ground between where we've wound up, where we are, into, very, detailed, articulated things, and where Transformers started out, which tended to be more into, like gimmicky things. It has a little bit of all of that. And just in the Black Convoy version here, just the deco is also really, really nice.
Yeah.
So I think it holds up. For better or worse in various ways, you're not going to mistake it for a modern toy, but it's definitely, just a great toy on its own. And the last thing I got, which was slightly less, but I just wanted to have one while I could find them, is they had Metals Megatron.
And
Transmetal Megatron.
Yeah, the Transmetal Megatron that does not self-destruct.
Yeah.
So
that's all-time great toy.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, great. I had that mold way back as Armada Predacon.
Not a great toy.
It's not as good as Transmetal Megatron on a variety of levels, but yeah, this was another Japanese thrift store used. The chrome is perfect, the figure looks great. It was all still in the box, and that ran me about 70. So
that is still quite good.
Yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah, so just I figured while they had free shipping, I ought to look for things I've been looking for a while, because I just shipping, especially on something as large as Black Convoy, just going to make up a lot of the price otherwise.
So what's the name of the store again?
Surugaya. I'll put a link to it in the chat. But
I mean, I guess technically the name is Sugura, and the ya is the suffix meaning shop.
It's think
a Sugura
so,
shop.
Yeah.
Good to know.
But yeah, right now they don't have their free shipping sale on, but like if you check like every Thursday evening around 10 Eastern, that's about when they tend to announce it for the weekend.
So when news shows up.
Yeah. Yeah, it should show up in the news section at that point. So,
no, just the joke that news happens on Thursdays.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry, right over my little mousy head.
I missed that first too.
Yeah. So okay, I didn't think about them having Transformers when you were talking about it.
Their selection is a little bit scattershot. I have a feeling that for stuff you might be looking for, it may not be as good, but since I have not...
like Beast Wars?
Mm-hmm.
Like some of the car robot stuff, right up my alley, still.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so that's perfect.
Yeah. Just, try... one thing I will tell you is because the search engine is designed for Japanese, and the translations are... really kind of out there. So yeah. You may just have to try a whole bunch of different search terms to find what you're looking for. Like, for example, Metals Megatron did not come up when I searched for Transformers. It didn't come up when I searched for Beast Wars, but when I searched for Megatron, it showed up.
So Blade at Discord, tfradio.net/Discord said, I already checked earlier, Brian. They don't have Encore, Matrix Buster, Big Convoy. But they do have
anime colors, yeah.
Nice.
I already have anime colors. I want the Matrix Buster version. So, well, I have except for like Lucky Draw. I will have every version of that mold once I get that. So eventually, cool. Anything else, Rob?
Well, I got a COVID booster and a flu shot on Monday, and yesterday I felt like I was hit by a truck. Butt.
Yeah, I need to do that.
Like, yeah, I think it would be a good idea, but I think it's a good idea for everybody, basically. But that's all I got.
Yeah, as long as your doctor, unless your doctor says that you have a valid medical reason not to get a vaccine, get a vaccine.
Yeah.
Okay. And and then check if your doctor says that you shouldn't get it. Make sure your doctor's not a quack. Because very, very few people should not get it for whatever reason.
I've managed to go like 4 years without catching the thing so far, so
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't. This isn't political. This is basic common sense.
Yeah, this is a public health matter.
I got my flu shot last month and my COVID booster last week.
Vaccinated. Okay. Diecast, what did you get?
I don't think I got anything.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, you were in England.
That's true.
And now you're in Florida.
Yeah. Yep.
Have you even been home yet?
A little bit, and it's funny because when I fly home from here on Monday, Tuesday I leave for Vegas for like 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So
for work?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, work and the Corvette driving school.
You have to learn to drive it. This is like your 5th Corvette.
It's like race car driving school, basically. But you do it in Corvettes.
Okay.
So how to wreck a Corvette, I got you.
Yeah.
Well,
hopefully not how to wreck it. That'll be expensive.
Yeah.
I think there's like a $5,000 deductible if I wreck it.
Ooh. Well, that's a lot less than full replacement of the Corvette.
That's true. Okay, what I got what I got this week. Last week I had mentioned I got B-Max. This week I got Hellscream. I didn't have it.
Okay.
So I got that. One other thing, again, part of the South American, it's not mini bots, but the South American thing. It's Saltman Z's cousin, Robot Man X.
Nice.
Which is like on a G2 card. It's top spin in colors that are G2-ish, I guess.
They're G2 colors in that they're just different colors applied to the mold. Yeah.
And they're fairly bright colors.
Yes.
So I think that qualifies.
Yeah. So I didn't realize this existed until like 3 months ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I have Saltman Z, but I didn't realize that they did this. Again,
the condition looks great too.
Yeah,
it really
like
does.
somebody in Argentina has a bunch of new old stock of it, so the price on it was pretty good.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, yeah. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's what I got this week. Okay. Let's see here. Again, if you're interested in winning that G2 Toxitron collection, Dead End, shoot a note to contact@tfradio.net. Let us know where you're listening from, and I'll put you in the drawing. We'll, select a winner next week.
Your email address will not be used for any nefarious purposes.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, like it's set it and forget it. I'm never looking at it again. And also, use our Amazon link if you're going to buy anything. Doesn't cost you a cent, but Amazon sends us back a couple of pennies to. It doesn't cost you a cent more.
As of the time we're recording this, if you have not bought Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus, it's $75.99, I think, right now. So if you've been thinking about that and that price is enough to get you to jump on it, please tfradio.net/Amazon first, and that'll help us out more than you think.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's a great toy.
Yeah,
it is a really good toy.
Absolutely, totally is. Also, don't forget our Patreon at patreon.com/tfradio. All patrons get an ad-free version of the show a day early, a higher bit rate, with a weekly Patreon exclusive pre-show podcast that I need to go back and catch up on because I haven't had no free time in the last month. Also, unedited episodes of RSC exclusive to patrons. Like, I'm going to edit the show for like flow a little bit this week, but like Don's not here, so no Donisms or anything that I would cut out and put in like on the Patreon, but like that would make it.
Brian, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Hot 5 a week early. Patrons at the Touched tier get to be on Hot 5, and Touched patrons get to be mentioned on the show each week and also listed at tfradio.net/credits. And I'm going to do that now. Thank you to Kevin Dorsey, AJ, Eric Griffin, Tyrell Gwynn, Rick Mahurin, Ryan Bona, Emmett Stresovich, Rabbits, Hector Bones, Ness, Joey Russell, Sean Williamson, Spider Bob, Jay Klein Rye, Sean Hamilton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Bratton, Jason Hiley, TJ Petrucci, Hyper Shouta, and Brock Brandt. Thank you so much. I haven't gone back and checked to see if everybody on the list is still a patron at the Touched tier. So if you're not, and I've been mentioning you, go and fix that so that you stay on the list, because I'm gonna go back and check that here before the end of the month. And if you want to be on the list and you're not a patron at all, go to patreon.com/tfradio to sign up. You can find all of our stuff at tfradio.net. We have an archive going back 24 years. Our 24th anniversary was this past week. Yep.
My soul.
I know, right?
Leaving my body.
Yeah, you can find all of that stuff there. Not going to plug my site. I'm just going to say, don't be an idiot. Get vaccinated. Because that's really basically what it is. Don't be an idiot. Get vaccinated. Chris, how do people get a hold of you?
On social media, I'm ChrisRTXV on either Mastodon.social or on Blue Sky. I check Blue Sky a lot more than I check Mastodon because, well, frankly, that's where the people have gone. So, the work I've done on the internet is collected at playwithphotography.com, articles, galleries, etc. I have an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/chrislist, which through the affiliate program does send some revenue back to RFC if you should choose to use it to buy me things and just send some material happiness my way. Please and thank you.
Cool. Rob.
I think that covers me.
All right. I am also on Blue Sky at robflails.bsky.social. Right now I just blather about whatever. It's technically connected my YouTube account Flailthroughs, which is still covering Gundam Battle Operation 2. The beginning of this month I had forgotten until Facebook started sending me reminders about the time I was in the hospital, had my gallbladder out. Was this the 4th anniversary of the game hitting North America? And yeah, still going pretty well. If you like what I'm doing over there, patreon.com/flailthroughs, and you can request specific rounds, weapon combinations, what have you. And if you would like to send me something, tfradio.net/claylist.
Cool. Matt.
Well, sadly, I cannot be found at TFcon this weekend.
I'm sorry.
So if you want to find me, you have to go to melvar.bsky.social. 3 L's, 2 R's.
Cool. Diecast.
You can follow me on Twitter at Diecast2 or X at Diecast2 or Blue Sky at Diecast2. Where you can like my Facebook page at Reviews by Diecast or see my reviews at tfradio.net/reviews.
And you'll be at TFcon.
So
he's already at TFcon.
He's already there.
I mean, technically, yes, but
I'm
TFcon
already
hasn't started yet.
Yeah. Don is not here this week. He is at HMRC, the number 4 EVR on Twitter. And he has an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/DonList. Oh, and he is on a cruise right now. I can add stuff to his list. Let me do that in a minute.
He did send out some lovely pictures on his socials of being at Toys R Us.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. I need to go and check that. John DeLuna not here. He is at that John D everywhere. Rob Springer not here. He is at Robo Rob Springer on Twitter. He's on Blue Sky, but I don't remember what his screen name is. Hopefully it's the same thing. But you can also find him at zonebase.org.
I think he's zone based on Blue Sky.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Yes,
well,
he is.
I have my muscle memory remembering him on Twitter. So I'm going to have to change that. That's it. We're done. Early, so I can get the show posted tonight and actually get some sleep before my trip to TFCon. Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.
Oh, like you sleep.
Recording stopped.
There you go.
No, I'm the one who doesn't sleep.
No, I'm the one who doesn't sleep.
All right, I gotta run. I'll see you guys.
Okay, bye.
All right, bye, Diecast.
Yeah, later.
Take care, Diecast.
Okay. People watching live. I think I'm actually gonna go ahead and kill the stream so I can get this posted. I got to do a little bit of editing. Okay, so people watching live, I'm going to go ahead and kill things on Twitch. Get vaccinated by Twitch. And YouTube. Go ahead and kill the YouTube stream. Okay, bye YouTube. See ya. Get your vaccine as well. You need to. Bye. Yeah, like I don't